or welcome back to the channel. My name is Maddie and today is a very special day because we are starting a project vlog for a project that I've been putting off for about 13 months now, and that is making my mom a sweater. And if you're like, Maddie, why would you say that you were going to do that for your mom who you have a good relationship with and then proceed to not do it? And my answer is that a lot has transpired between August of 2024, when I planned to make her that sweater / promised to make her that sweater, and now, which is September 2024. And yeah, so I didn't do it. So I bought the yarn for it and everything. Bought the yarn. I figured out what I was gonna do. Like, I drew up a little sketch about it and I was like, yes, I'm gonna get started on this, and then I didn't. Yeah, the only thing that my mom asked for was plain green sweater. And she did say green, but what I think she meant is more like teal, because a lot of what she wears borders on that like tealish green color scheme, which I think of teal. When I think teal, I think of blue. So I did last weekend, I went out and bought new yarn that is different from the yarn that I bought like 13 months ago from Hobby Lobby, and it is this yarn right here. I think the original yarn that I bought was from Hobby and it was cotton. This is 100% acrylic, but I do like it because I've worked with it before, so that's nice. And it doesn't split, and after you block it, it doesn't have that weird like stiff feeling that a lot of acrylic yarn gets. That makes it not really great to work with for clothes. I've made a couple things out of this that are wearables and it's worked out just fine. I believe both of them are vests actually, and it's worked out just fine. It's very soft and squishy and not at all like weird. The only thing that I don't like about this yarn is it has a lot of, from what I've noticed, and it honestly depends on the color, because I think I've used this green, blue, and white, and the green had the most problems with this, but they'll like, the yarn will end and then they'll just like knot it together with another piece of yarn, and that kind of makes like fuzzies that you have to kind of like trim down or try to hide in your work, and it's kind of annoying. But other than that, this is a very good yarn. I bought this yarn because, like I said, teal is I think more of the color that she's going for, not necessarily flat out green, like a forest green or something like that, based on like what I know my mom to wear. And also because I don't want to buy something from Hobby again, which is I believe where I got the last yarn, and wait for 3 weeks for it to get here. And the third reason, I guess, would be because this is way more affordable and I just don't have the money to buy like a sweater quantity of yarn from my local yarn store. The kind of sweater that I'm planning to make is similar to this vest that I made I don't know, about a month ago maybe. I think a month ago was whenever I finished this. I still haven't woven in the ends, as you can see. But yeah, that's a problem for another day. But it's essentially 2 giant granny squares that I just seamed up the sides and at the top here, and then called it a day. And also I did like a little bit of trim around the edge here, if you can see that. I forget the name of the stitch, but I'm thinking of doing something similar to this, except obviously all in one color instead of 2 colors, and then adding sleeves on the side instead of just like ending it as a vest. And I'm also thinking of modifying it a little bit, because the problem with making a square is something becomes very, very boxy very quickly. So it gets very wide. It gets wide at the same time that it gets length, which is fine for somebody like me who has like literally this much torso. But for somebody like my mom who has a normal size torso, you need a little bit more length than you do width, is kind of the vibe. So I'm thinking that instead of just seaming this piece together like I did here, I'm thinking of adding a couple of rows to this like shoulder area, so that way it doesn't end up cropped on her, because my mom does not want a crop sweater. That's just not her vibe at all. And also just so that I can kind of maybe shape the neckline a little bit differently if I wanted to. I think I haven't seen a lot of people do this kind of sweater, but I was able to find one photo of kind of what I was thinking on Pinterest, and it is This right here, obviously she has it in a bunch of colors, but this is kind of the vibe that I'm looking for. You can see the sleeves. She didn't make another granny square for the sleeves. She just did a granny stitch, and that's kind of more what I'm thinking of for this. Obviously the neckline is a little bit wide here. I think I would do, why is this not focusing? There we go. I think the neckline here is a little bit wider than I would like it to be, at least for the one that I'm gonna make my mom. But that's the gist of the idea. So let us get started. Okay, I am looking at this yarn, and the packaging on here says that you need a 4.5mm crochet hook, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use I think this is a 3.75mm hook, for two reasons. One, I have never in my life looked at the packaging and followed it for what the recommended hook size is supposed to be. I just kind of go off what I think it should be, and then I go from there. And two, because granny squares, if you see this coaster that I made, tend to have these large holes in them, just because of the way that the pattern goes. And obviously this is a thicker weight of yarn, so the holes are gonna be bigger. But I'm trying not to do that because it's not super ideal for a sweater. Obviously the sweater's gonna have to have some holes in that because it's a granny square and there's gonna be some holes. But I'm trying not to make them like giant, because that's not the vibe we're going for. Okay, as you can see, we have a little tiny square going. The holes are nice and small, which is good because I was a little worried for a second that maybe they might end up being too big, but I think this is okay. I mean, you'll still have to wear something under this sweater, but the yarn is so light that I don't think it'll be an issue. Also, it's a sweater, so you'll probably wear something under it anyway. But one thing that I'm gonna do, even though this square is gonna end up being all one color, you can kind of see that the side that I like start on kind of looks different than, if I could like hold it up. The side that I start on ends up looking a little bit different than these other sides, which are more rounded. So even though it's all one color, I am going to tie it off here and then start from the opposite end every couple or so rounds to kind of just keep it even and make sure that it doesn't end up like triangular shaped in one direction versus the other. So yeah, but this is the progress so far. I'm leagues ahead of where I was 13 months ago, so we'll call that a win. Okay, it's been about an hour now, and it's looking a little more square-like than before. You can see on the back I have stopped and tied off a couple times, so that I can kind of get it to be a little bit more even. But so far it's looking like once every 2 or 3 rounds, for now, is kind of keeping that shape nice and even. I imagine when I get to like the wider sides, I might have to switch more often, but I guess I'm just gonna play it by feel depending on, you know, how this looks. I did stop to make meatballs, so that's why I feel like it took you an hour to make one granny square. I stopped to make lunch, so that's why. But yeah, so far I like how the color is working up and how the fabric feels. You can see it's literally not even blocked, but the texture of the fiber is really behaving just fine. It's not behaving like an acrylic yarn. Like this is a true acrylic yarn. You can see when I hold it, and this is even blocked. You can see when I hold it, it's like creasing like this because it's so stiff. But this yarn doesn't do that. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna work on it probably for the rest of the afternoon until about 3-ish. So I don't know, maybe another couple hours, and then I gotta go to the gym. So I guess I will update you after that. Okay, I literally have to leave for work in 5 minutes, but I did not update. It's Monday now, by the way. Yesterday was Sunday. I did not update you guys. This is how far I got done. Which, if you're like, it's not that much, please keep in mind that the thread weight is like low, okay? So it takes a while to get around the square, and the bigger the square gets, the more progressively longer that it takes. I guess more progressively longer. That's a bad way to say it. But the longer it takes to get around, and you can see how tiny the rows are. They're so little. But yeah, I also remembered that I'm going out of town on Thursday to visit my old college roommate. And I realized last night that I was like, I should probably start packing. So I got the bag out and put it on the ground and put one singular pair of jeans into the bag. And that was all the packing that I got done yesterday. But I literally have to be walking out the door for work right now. But yeah, this is what I have done. I'm hoping to probably get some more of it done. And I'm driving to visit her, so unfortunately I can't just sit on the plane, and I get so much done when I'm on planes. But I'll try to see how much more I can get done this week. And then, yeah, I'll update you when I have more progress than this. I don't know when that will be, but hopefully soon. Hello, we are back. I didn't get anything done at work as far as crochet related goes because I actually had work to do today. It's a very rare occasion that I get to sit and crochet at work. We would have to have nothing going on. My day job, by the way, for people that don't know, I'm a graphic designer and a photographer. So if I'm not editing photos, I'm usually making an email or making digital ad or making an advertisement that goes in a magazine or something like that, or making a social post or whatever. So, and I work at an agency, so there's literally always something to be doing. So I haven't done anything on my crochet, but I got home and this box, I'm holding it the wrong way because the other side has my address on it. But I got this box that is a piece of art that I made a while ago, and it just came in the mail, and I want to open it and hang it on my wall. And I also have this frame for it as well, and I think I want to put it hold on. I think that I want to put it this is my desk. I think I want to put it on this wall over here because there's literally nothing on this entire wall, and I actually just put up these over here maybe a week ago, and it took me 2 hours, but now I feel like I'm really comfortable with the drill, honestly. If you can see, there's definitely a couple holes here where I may or may not have screwed up a couple times, but if you look at it straight on, you really can't even tell. And they're also all relatively straight and even with each other this way as well. So I'm very proud of that, and I feel very comfortable doing something taking this and putting it up here. Okay, also side note, sorry that the lighting has been so whack this entire video. It's been raining, and there's supposed to be a hurricane coming as well. It's been raining for the past 4 days off and on. It's supposed to rain all the rest of this week. Oh my gosh, that was dangerous. I need to look at this when I'm doing it and not look at the camera. It's supposed to rain literally the rest of this week. And that's gonna be fun for my drive to go visit my roommate. Or I guess my old roommate, from college this weekend, but it will be interesting. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can get the camera angle so you can see this. But no way! That looks so cool. Oh my gosh. And it's so like hefty too. It's like cardstock. All right, I'm gonna stick this. Let's stick this with the knife here in a second. I feel like my hair's all over the place. Come on. There we go. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I don't know if you can, it's probably backwards in the camera, isn't it? But this is one of my favorite Bible verses that I made into a nice little graphic, and it has some texture on it. You definitely can't see that. I would have to like, yeah, well, you can't really see it, but there's like a subtle like newsprint texture in the back that I put in there with the blend mode on it, if anybody's a graphic designer and knows about that. It looks so good and it fit perfectly, which I don't know why I'm surprised, because it's a 12 by 16 frame and I told them to make it 12 by 16, the like place that I ordered online to get it printed at. But it looks so good. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, I just can't even believe that like I am an adult with my own house. And, well, it's not a house, it's an apartment, but like my own space, and I can put whatever I want on it and in it, within reason, of course. I would totally repaint this ugly ass shade of brown, but obviously that's not allowed because I'm renting. But like, this looks so cool. Like, can you, this is gonna be out of frame. I'll have to like put it up and then see it, but like, how cool is that? Like, that's so sick. It kind of matches the wall. Okay, I don't think this is gonna be a screwdriver job. I think we can definitely do this with a nail and a hammer. So, and it shouldn't, I don't have to like measure anything because there's only really like one spot for it to get hung up on right here. So you just kind of adjust it and then it'll sit straight. It's just about like, I guess the height that I want it at would be the biggest thing. Have my little pencil mark on the wall. It's about where I want it. I'm gonna like, ooh, it's going down a little bit. That's not good. Okay. I think that's pretty, that looks pretty darn good to me. Like, there we go. Okay. Let's see how it looks. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's straight. No way. Holy cow, wait. Oh my goodness. Ah, that's so cool. Okay, it's Wednesday now, and I think it's time for a little sweater update. I've done some more work on it. Oh, this is the back side. I've done some more work on it over the past couple of days, just after I get home from work in the gym and everything like that. Unfortunately, me working on this sweater has come at the expense of me packing, because I still only have like a pair of jeans and a pair of sweatpants, and like one shirt in the bag that I put on the floor like on Sunday or Monday maybe. But yeah, this is kind of what it's looking like. You can kind of tell it's a little wrinkly because I keep stuffing it in my work bag in the off chance that I would have to like work on it, and then I never do, but such is life. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. You can see it kind of blends in with what I'm wearing right now, but you can kind of see that it's obviously it needs to be bigger, but that's the vision for it, and it's looking really good. I honestly really love Like, I love doing granny stitch for just the fact that I think it's fun to do, but also just because it looks so pretty, and it's like, the holes also, because if you remember, I was worried about the holes aren't that big. Like, when I hold it, like, it's not that see-through, so that's also really cool. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bring this with me on my trip, because I want to spend time with my old roommate, because I haven't seen her in like a year, so I don't think I'll bring this with me on the trip, but I don't know, maybe I will. Just, again, it's the same idea as like the work bag, is like I'll just put it in there, because if I don't bring it, then I'll be like, oh, I wish I'd brought it, because now I have time to work on it, you know? But if I do bring it, then I won't do anything with it, so we'll see. I don't think I'll film any of that trip either, just because I want to like live my life and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the progress on the sweater. We're still on panel 1, but please keep in mind that I literally have a full-time job and bills to pay and things to do. So yeah. Hello, happy Friday. I cannot remember when the last update that I filmed for this was, but it is now Friday. I just checked a watch that I'm not wearing. I was like, wait. No, I'm just kidding. But it's finally sunny out. Holy cow, I literally hadn't seen the sun in an entire week. And I also, when I started editing this vlog already, when I was editing it, I'm like looking back through the footage and I'm having to like brighten it like manually in post, because some of the clips look like I filmed them in the middle of the night because it was like overcast for an entire week. So yeah, I'm literally so glad that the sun is coming out. It was out for like 0.2 seconds on like Tuesday, I think it was, and then it went away again until literally today. But yeah, I feel great, honestly, because I can like see out of my window. But yeah, so that's not what this vlog is about. This vlog is about crochet. So this is the progress that I have on my sweater. I'm really just filming this to like kind of show, I don't know, I'm kind of like, well, one, I'm in the middle of the row here, but I'm kind of torn on like where I should end it, because I don't really know how much stretch this is gonna have when I block it, because I don't want to stretch it too much, because again, remember, like, I like the fact that the holes are like little like this, so I really don't want to stretch it too much. And I'm still considering doing the shoulder shaping like over here as well, but yeah, we're like pretty close to where, let me see if I can like zoom out. We're pretty close to being like just about there. Again, I have to keep in mind that my mom's torso is significantly longer than mine. Like I have like no torso, like this is the whole torso right here. So, but yeah, we're getting pretty close to being done with the first panel, which is exciting. Hold on. I am also now packed for my trip. I don't know if I mentioned this. I just checked the watch again, but I look so stupid doing this. But I'm supposed to leave in like 30 minutes. I'm currently like, technically I'm still at work, but I work from home on Friday, so it's a little bit more chill. And I'm just waiting for feedback on one of my projects. But I'm all packed now. I'm supposed to leave in 30 minutes for Philly. I can't remember if I said this or not, but I'm not gonna bring my actual camera, but I'll try to get some clips of stuff we do. But again, my focus is not like vlogging my trip, it's seeing my old college roommate who I haven't seen in like a year. Actually, that's not true. I saw her in January when I went back to my college town, but that was like I literally met her for coffee and then I had to leave. So yes, but I'm super excited. I finally all packed. I've literally been leaving packing for the last second for the past like 6 months of my life, and I never ever used to do that. And it's like weird because it stresses me out, but also like if you wait till the last second to do it, it only takes a second to do. So yeah, but yes, that's the progress on the sweater. I'm gonna try to work on it a little bit maybe when I'm in Philly, but I don't anticipate that I'll have a ton of time. But I should be able to at least get this one panel finished, and then we can go from there. Hot minute since I've recorded. I got back from Philly on Monday of this past week, and it is now Thursday, the 9th of October. And yeah, I had a really great time. I took some clips, so I'm gonna put those in kind of like a little montage, so you can kind of see what I was up to. And I actually did have a lot of time to crochet, oddly enough. We went to a yarn store. And before I show you the project that we're actually working on, went to a yarn store and picked up some other yarn because my roommate wanted to learn how to crochet. Well, I keep calling her my roommate. We're not roommates anymore, obviously, because she doesn't live here. She lives in Philly. But yeah, we picked up some more yarn. So I picked up this wool blend right here. And this in these two colors, and I started making a beanie because she wanted to learn, and a beanie is the easiest thing to learn, so she wanted to make them together. So I hit pause on the mom sweater project for a little bit, and I started making this. So yeah, I probably won't finish this before I finish the sweater, but I actually did have a decent time to crochet because on Sunday we kind of just sat down and I taught her how to do it. I have a decent amount done on the sweater as well, since my trip and in the time that I've been back. This is panel 1. It is officially done. Yeah, this is kind of, I'm gonna back up all the way. This is what it looks like lengthwise, widthwise. I'm gonna add some shoulder shaping, and I also got started on the second panel, which is this, and it is also actually almost complete, insane as that sounds. I mean, obviously it's not quite as big as the other one. It probably has another, I don't know, 3 or 4 rows maybe, and the rows get obviously pretty long towards the end. But yeah, it's coming along great, and I'm super excited, and I'm on my like 5th ball of yarn now. So I don't really know how that happened, but I guess, yeah, I'm on ball 5 of yarn. So I went and bought 2 more. So I have 2 extra balls of yarn. I don't know if I'll need that like 7th ball. But just because I'm doing the shoulder shaping and I'm doing both sleeves, I'm not exactly sure like how much I'll need. So I just bought extra just in case, and I can return it if I need to. But yeah, this is the progress. I had a lot of fun in Philly. It was really cool seeing my old college roommate, Meg, and yeah, I just had a ton of fun, and the weather's actually been really nice since I've been back, too. I'm looking at the sunset out the window right now, and it's so pretty. But yeah, I have to get changed here to go on a run before it gets dark out, because it's like 6 o'clock right now, and it started getting dark at like 6:45, and I gotta like drive to the place I'm gonna run at, and then you know, do all that stuff. And I want to do that while it's still light out, but I want to take time to update you since it's been a hot minute. We are almost done with the body of this sweater, and I honestly can't believe it. Oh, it's been so long. We're getting down to the wire, actually. What did I just do with my hair? We're getting down to the wire on the sweater too, because in not this week, or not next week, but the week after, I'm going to Colorado to visit my parents. So, I really want to have the sweater done before then, so I kind of have to lock in on this and get it done. But yeah, we're almost done with the body, and that's like the biggest part. And the rest is just kind of like shaping the shoulder a little bit, doing the sleeves, and then doing a neckline and a hem. And we should be good. So, yeah. Another update on the sweater. It's Sunday. I have lost a nail, unfortunately. But you know, what can you do about it? And I've come quite a long way on the sweater since I believe the last time I updated was Thursday. The weather is still terrible. It's still gray out, and they've been threatening like coastal flooding or whatever that means for literally 2 weeks, and all it has been doing is like spitting. It's like enough to make your car gross, but not enough to like actually be rain. So it has yet to actually rain, but the weather is still disgusting outside. So there's that. But yes, I've come a long way on the sweater since I believe Thursday. I have done both shoulders and seamed up one side. And also I started on one of the sleeves. I think I mentioned this, but I'm kind of getting down to the wire on being able to give this to my mom because I'm going to see her in like 4 or 5 days. I have another trip planned to Colorado. This is very unusual for me, by the way. Like, I don't travel like this all the time. Like, October is a very heavy travel month for me. Like, I've been doing nothing all summer. So now I have to like use all my PTO essentially. But yeah, I've done both shoulders. I ended up just doing a very simple like single crochet on the shoulder pieces because I started making them like this granny stitch. I tried doing that, and the construction of it wasn't firm enough because these panels are so heavy and it like hangs off of essentially your shoulders. It just didn't work right, and I felt like it was too fragile and you wouldn't be able to wear it very well. So we've ended up with this kind of paneling detail, which I feel like looks a little bit weird right now. No, it definitely looks weird right now. But I think in the long run it will be better. Let me try this on. Okay, yeah, this is definitely looking whack. Yeah, the sleeve, I literally have done like 2 rows on it. I'm worried it might be, well, I was worried that it might be a little bit like wide, but I don't think it will, because every time I've made sleeves before, when I start, I'm like, oh, it's too wide. And then I get later down, it like doesn't fit over like the widest part of your bicep right here, and then it's like too tight and it just looks stupid. So I think this is gonna be a good width, but I have not seamed this part yet. I've only seamed this side. Literally none of the ends are sewn in at all. None of the ends are sewn in. So that's going to be fun for me later on, because every single time I do this, I'm like, oh, we'll just save sewing in the ends, and then I can't, but I'm gifting this, so I have to do it. So, yeah, this is kind of what it's looking like. I'm hoping it's wide enough. Like, looking at it on, this is the first time I've ever tried it on. Looking at it on, there's not that much give between, like, I thought it was going to be wider, but it's definitely long enough for sure. Like, I'm wearing my lowest low-waisted pants here, and there's still plenty of room, so it's definitely long enough, but I just don't know if it's wide enough. I don't know. But I think we can get it blocking. I think we get a little wider too, so because I want it to be kind of oversized, because the sleeves will also be oversized. So yeah, this is the progress. I'm gonna try to finish the sleeve, one sleeve today, and I'm definitely gonna try to seam this side up and maybe get started on this sleeve, the left sleeve as well. But we'll see how far I get, because during the week I'm gonna have no time because I still have to pack too. I'm always packing, always saving packing for the last minute these days. I don't know why. And I still have to do the collar and the bottom. Oh, okay. So will I finish it in time? The odds are no. We'll see. Stay tuned. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was sitting here working on the sleeve, and as I'm working on it, I'm like, the stitching on the sleeve is looking slightly different than the stitching on the body part. And I was like, I wonder why that is. Well, when you do a granny stitch, the front side looks like this. Like you can see I'm trying to like get it to focus. You can see like the loop pieces, like right, I don't know why it's not focusing, but you can kind of tell what I'm saying. You can see like the individual loops right here. And on the back side, it's not quite as textured. It looks similar, but it's not quite right. It looks like the back side of a granny square. If you crochet, you know what I'm talking about. Like the back side is just ever so slightly different. You can kind of tell down here is the body and right here is where the sleeve starts. And you can tell it looks different. So I'm gonna have to frog this sleeve, turn it inside out, and then start working on this again, but from the inside out, because I don't like the way that it looks. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. No, I'm just kidding. But it has literally been like 2 weeks since I filmed. I'm back from Colorado. Today is the 26th of October, and I have done absolutely nothing to the sweater. I did not finish it in time to give it to my mom, and I actually haven't made any progress since the last clip, I don't think. I want to say the last clip was me pulling the sleeve out and having to redo it because I did it backwards, and like the back side was on the front and the front side was on the back, and I needed to turn it inside out. But yeah, I've done literally nothing to this sweater. It's inside out right now, but you can see it's still sleeveless, except I did seam up the other side of it, so there's that. But yeah, we're still, this is basically all we got. We got the body. Haven't done any of the ribbing on the top here. Haven't done any of it on the bottom. It's still all raw edges. But yeah, I had a good trip to Colorado. I just work amped up way more than I anticipated. The week before, like I had a ton of stuff and a ton of projects that were due all at once. One of the projects was something that I've been working on since February. And I was way over budget and over time on it, but I still had to finish it. So that getting all that wrapped up was a little bit more than I anticipated. And also going to Colorado was great. I didn't bring this on the trip, obviously, because I still want to surprise my mom. We're going back for Thanksgiving in November. Well, I'm going home to Texas. That's where I'm from originally. I live in Virginia now, but I'm from Texas. I'm going home to Texas for a bachelorette party in, I want to say the end of November, not quite Thanksgiving, but like the weekend before Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna see her then. And then if I don't have it finished by then, which I really hope I will, because that's literally a month. That is literally a month. I should have this finished by then, but if I don't, or if I can't fit it in the suitcase, I am driving up to DC to see my family and meet all of them, my brother, my sister, and my parents and all of them, for Thanksgiving. So I will definitely have it then, and I'm driving, so I'll definitely have room to bring it. But I think I'm gonna call the video here because I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like filming the rest of it. It's getting very long, first of all, and second of all, I had a really sad personal tragedy kind of happen to me at the end of my trip a couple days ago, and I've kind of just been processing it, and I don't really feel like, I don't know, getting out. I don't really feel like being on camera too much other than to like log off of this vlog. Maybe I'll talk about it a little later. It's not anything like, all of my family's still safe and stuff like that, so I'm very thankful. But yeah, it was just something that was very hard for me, so I haven't felt like filming and finishing this. And also the vlog is like, I think we're like over the 30-minute mark, so I think that's definitely plenty of time. I'll make a part 2 to finish this. But yeah, this is the sweater. This is the progress that we have. I'm still planning on giving it to my mom, and I did surprise her with a scarf though that was also teal. So that was like a consolation prize, and I was like, oh, I have something for you, and the first thing out of her mouth was, is it a sweater? And I was like, shoot, No, it's a scarf, but she doesn't actually know that I'm working on the sweater, but she keeps bringing it up, and it made me feel bad. I was like, dang, it would have been cool if it was the sweater, but I didn't have it. But yeah, so I think we're gonna call it here, and we'll just call this part 1, and I will start filming part 2 maybe a couple days from now when I feel a little bit better and more like myself. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this project vlog. Sorry we didn't finish it, but you know, sometimes it's gotta happen. And I have a couple of other projects in mind that I'm also gonna try to be working on at the same time as this. So I'm thinking we might have this video, an intermediate video about a different project, and then the second part of doing this, and we'll finish it off with giving it to my mom in November. So yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend or the rest of your day whenever you're watching this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.